So, good morning. I wanted to share a story that had happened the other day after I did my video, my last video. So, about 6 months ago, I had done this video about Guy. And in that video, I maybe very stupidly, I do everything that I do is inspired. Like I get inspired to do something and sometimes I look back and say, I made a total fool out of myself. Apparently, I'm okay with that, making a total fool out of myself. I don't know what that means about me that I'm. However, I'm off the cliff and learning how to fly. I'm off the cliff and learning how to fly. So, so I do some things that seem counterintuitive. But anyway, during that video, I had shared the lyrics from a song called "I'll Be" from Edwin McCain. And so the other day, I was sitting in a restaurant, waiting to order. I was looking at the menu, trying to figure out what I wanted to order, and I'm just sitting there, kind of doing what I do. And I had gone to watch that video, the last video that I did, because I had not been able to watch it all the way through. This kind of happens sometimes for me because I have an occupation. So I had gone back to listen to it, and I'm sitting there with my earphones on and I'm listening to it, and I'm coming to the place about him specifically, and I'm referring to the video that I had done 6 months ago. And in that video, talked, I had actually read the lyrics from the song "I'll Be" by Edwin McCain. And it came on, at that exact time, it came on, "I'll Be" came on the radio in the Mexican food restaurant. So it came on the radio. And I've had other really, really, really profound things that have happened regarding this particular person that I haven't shared. This one is a little more broad, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I was telling one of my best friends about that last night, and I was telling her what happened. She goes, "Gosh, that is so weird." I said, "I know. Like things like this happen for me a lot." And so it gets a little confusing because I'm like, does that mean that Ben and Jerry's fish food ice cream is still in stock? Is it in stock? Is it an option? I hope so. I really hope so. And then the second thing that she and I were talking about was that I do a lot of now I'm paying attention. I pay attention to a lot of different things, and a lot of things come at me. And sometimes I hear this idea that just kind of strikes me funny. And this is my own belief. This is my belief. This isn't, I'm not putting this on on other people, but it's just my belief. And it has to do with like the divine being, what is doing the healing, what is doing it all, like like God, gave us life, and it flowing through us, and it's flowing through people to different degrees, different amounts of allowing, based primarily on our beliefs. But when Jesus was alive, he was always, I mean, physically on the planet, he was always referring to the Father. He was referring to Daddy. He was referring to trust. He was referring to God as the bush, and we are the branches. God is the bush, and we are the branches. Sometimes I said that wrong in a previous video. Anyway, and so I'm always referring back to God, and there are some people who would not be doing that. They would refer back to the person who was doing whatever the healing, and it is my belief that it is the power of God. It is the power of the divine that heals. And I will always be referring back to that in pray God, I'm always referring back to that. I hope to God I always stay in that space of knowing that there really ultimately all the greatness is God. I don't know. I think a lot about just oxygen. Think about oxygen. As God love oxygen, and the oxygen that we breathe, and integral to our sustaining us, and the grace that there's oxygen for us to breathe and water for us to drink and food for us to eat on this planet. And it's just all grace. It's just all given. It is just given. And it is so the miraculous being God as the miraculous, and us being the receiver and the allowing of the miraculousness of life itself, the miraculous of even life itself. I'm sorry, I'm getting very esoteric today. Very esoteric. Anyway, I'll be back with more ideas. I love you guys. Bye.